The strongest Zoldyck family member alive and the future strongest Zoldyck family member are gonna meet very soon, and the place that they're gonna meet at is gonna be none other than the Dark Continent, because Zzigg Zoldyck is definitely still alive. Yes, in case you guys have been living underneath the rock and didn't know, Zzigg Zoldyck is the Zoldyck family member who traveled with Netero to the Dark Continent, but unlike Netero, Zzigg Zoldyck never returned to the human world, so this makes me think that Zzigg Zoldyck has been chilling on the Dark Continent this whole time, because Netero was actually strong enough to handle the Dark Continent, and he only left because he didn't want to fight up against Mother Nature. So it's safe to assume that Zzigg Zoldyck can handle the Dark Continent as well, and Zzigg Zoldyck might be just as strong, if not stronger than Prime Netero himself. And since Zzigg Zoldyck has been training on the Dark Continent this whole time, I definitely do think that he's been waiting for worthy opponents to come to the Dark Continent just so he can test his new powers against, and the person who he will test his powers up against will be none other than Killua Zoldyck himself, because Killua is going to be super overpowered by the time he makes it to the Dark Continent. Yes, we know that Killua is traveling the world with Aluka right now, and I definitely do think that he's training his Nen power just so he could be strong enough to protect Aluka and Gon at the same damn time. And we know that Aluka's from the Dark Continent, so sooner or later, Killua's gonna have to go to the Dark Continent in order to learn more about Nanika, since she is a calamity that does come from the Dark Continent. And there's also a possibility that Killua may use his special connection with Nanika to wish for more power without any spooky consequences that will come alongside with this wish. So by the time that we see Killua, he just might end up being one of the strongest characters in the series, because he already has infinite potential and he will have been training in order to protect the two people closest to him this whole time, and he might get a special power up from Nanika herself. But once Killua finally goes to the Dark Continent and meets his ancestor, aka Zzigg Zoldyck, Killua is going to get humbled so hard after unlocking so many of his new powers, because even though Killua will be super overpowered the next time we finally get to see him in the story, Zzigg Zoldyck will be on a whole nother level, just because this is somebody who was on the same level as Netero, and he's been training on the Dark Continent this whole time. And Zzigg Zoldyck will be the one to reveal how Nanika made it into the Zoldyck family household, because Zzigg Zoldyck definitely does have some knowledge on the calamity, since he's been living on the Dark Continent for over 50 years. So this is why Killua meeting Zzigg Zoldyck will go down as one of the best moments in all of entertainment history, because not only are we going to see a clash of power between the current strongest Zoldyck family member and the future strongest Zoldyck family member ever, but we'll also be able to learn more about Nanika and her spooky past, since she's from the Dark Continent and since she is a confirmed calamity as well. Comment what you guys see down below. Subscribe if you haven't. Peace out.